Welcome. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm spiritual coach, life coach Coco. I'm just someone that just wants to help you out in this thing we call life. And um, this is going to be a part two to The Dark Horse Has Awakened. Now, in that last video, I spoke a lot about how there was a red checker piece on the board that resembled like a man and a horse. It wasn't like a centaur, it was literally like someone riding the horse, but they were ducked down so far that they were part of the horse. And Source gave me another vision, and the vision was I just was like walking, like kind of like in a forest area. And in the forest area, I'm just like looking around, and I just see this like black smoke, like pitch black smoke coming towards me, like just randomly, like a huge ball of smoke, probably like covering the trees, covering everything. And I was like, what happens if like I stay in the smoke? And I got like a small vision if I were to just stay there and let the smoke consume me and just keep rolling in the forest. And then I got another vision, like if I ran from it, because like when I was inside the smoke, I didn't know something was coming towards me, like I don't know, something was coming to attack me, or because they couldn't see me, or maybe I was so visible. And there were so many thoughts that were going through my head. And when I pretty much, went into this space where if I did, like I went to like this reality, if I did stay in the smoke and I just stayed there, I felt the smoke cover me and I was like, oh my God, I don't know what's coming. Like something can literally like kill me right now. Something could literally, trample over me. And like, is it a horse? Is it like, what is it in the smoke? And I kind of like jumped back in my body and I just started running and I started running and I started running. And then I woke up and I was in a school. And in the school, everyone was like screaming and running in the hallways. And I'm walking, I go out of the classroom because like my head, I wake up like kind of like on the desk. And I walk in the hallway and there's like black smoke coming from like the office, the principal's office. And as I'm walking and going down the hallways, watching everyone kind of like, oh my God, like what the fuck? And I make a right and I go into the office. There's a little boy, there's a little black boy sitting there, and he was evil. He was very cute. He was so cute. Like he was like a normal, like little black boy. And he had like little curly hair. He was brown skin, very like Cheshire cat smile. But with me walking into the office, when he would look at me and he would smile a little bit, it would turn into like a demon smile. Like his eyes would turn black, his mouth would turn black, his teeth would become like the labubu. And I was like, is anybody else seeing this? Mind you, I don't know who was to the left of me. There was somebody that was to the left of me in this vision. And I'm looking like, do you see this? And there's black smoke, almost like it's coming out of an oven from the office, just rolling out behind this little boy that's sitting on the desk. And mind you, he's small. He's probably like 5 years old and just sitting on this desk. And he has a uniform on and he's just sitting there like eating like these. They look like coal, but it was like, okay, could that be burned chicken nuggets? And in my brain, I was like, I don't want to make him feel like I'm here to attack him. So I actually was like, "Oh, are you enjoying those?" And he's just chewing on like these, like when I say burned, like think of coal. It was burned. It was dark. It was crunchy, and it was black and it was crunchy. And he's just kind of looking like enjoying it. And I'm like, is he gonna finish that and then like attack people? Like, what is he the one that like started this fire? And I tried to go like more into the vision, but that's just kind of like where it stopped. So I do think that this was a specific message as far as, and I'm not trying to project that much, but what Black men have been doing in the community and how they have not been in tune with themselves and source, and how they have been supporting the patriarchy and putting down Black women. It was almost like I could see the root of why all these men do that. And as I was just kind of thinking and looking at the little boy, he seemed happy, but it also seemed like there was a demon inside of him. Either he was the demon or there was a demon inside of him. And I'm looking at his eyes, they're immediately turning black. Mind you, I don't know who's standing to the left of me. I don't know if it's Jesus. I don't know. It just seemed to be someone who was also interested in seeing where this black smoke was coming from. They were an ethereal, like, type of thing. I don't think that they were human, but they're standing next to me. And I'm like, well, what we about to do? You know what I'm saying? So I just want to dig a little bit deeper as far as what these messages are. I didn't have a dream about it, but I did remember that vision before I went to sleep. So, Eight of Pentacles, you have a monk and a young monk here getting lessons that are taught. And remember, I was telling you guys in the last video, I was telling you that this person has been studying and they have been, hints that they were in a school. But mind you, like when I get visions, it's not usually when I sleep. Sometimes it's when I sleep, but usually it'll just happen. Like that's so Raven. And with this, even though we have schools like monks where they teach like, peace and tranquility and love, there are also other schools of dark arts that people can go and learn. And sometimes people will go to these schools with masters and learn their ways, and then also go to a dark arts school. And you know what I'm saying? Now you get the best of both worlds. I am getting, though, overall, let me take that card out. Overall, I don't know. It seems like this person's like graduating, though, right? He's blessing him. It looks like he might get some type of like necklace or lei that might be put on him as like a symbol of completion, because a circle. I also brought my dark mirror deck because I feel like I need to go really dark. Spirit, could you tell me about this little boy and why is he here? I have Eight of Swords. These almost look like crosses. It's almost like it's hard for this person to do the right thing. It's hard for the male collective to do the right thing. They feel like no matter where they move, they'll get cut, they'll get sliced, they'll get judged. The patriarchy has them in a chokehold. They don't give the same type of grievance, surrender, love, empathy. What they're putting out and what the energy that they're pushing out, they're not pushing that out there, so they're not receiving it back. And a lot of men think that people should just be nice to them, or there's certain standards that are like in the world that we live in, and it's like it's really crazy because the energy that I'm getting is, oh my god, and there's two eights here. The energy that I'm getting is, okay, there's two energies. I'll just talk. The energy that I'm getting is men don't want to, they live double lives. They treat certain people with respect, and there's some people that they don't treat with respect. And they think that because they treat certain people with respect, that when they meet other people, everybody should give them that respect, even though they don't respect everybody. So, an example of that is they like this girl because she might be cute, but this girl might be like, his best friend. He's going to treat the girl that he thinks cute with respect while he treats this woman best friend as an extra, like, telepathic cord to divination and divine messages. So it's like he's kind of using her anyways, because I think that I'm not saying that men don't know how to be good friends, but the fact that they're always expecting and they keep tabs on it is the reason why they can't elevate from this space of this little boy. They're stuck in this inner child wound. And the only way to fix this child is to literally teach them. And the source and their spirit guides have been trying to pull them into a direction of learning and figuring out like new ways to cope with their problems and issues. And because they resent this path so much, it's creating this dark, heavy, murky, sticky, nasty, like gunk, and like that smoke is coming out. And so we're really about to see some true narcissists emerge from the depths of hell that we've never seen before. This might be somebody that you never seen them act like this before. You never seen them attack anybody. You are just going to see a different version of them. And it's almost like, I'm not trying to be that person, but this person's caught like in a lot of things. Like this resembles a heart. You have this, like, going straight up. The symbols on his body, it's almost like they're trying so hard not to be evil. They're trying so hard to not show up in this energy where, like, I don't know what it would be. Like the testosterone in their body, there's something in their body. There might be a spirit or a demon connected to them, because it's so hard for them to control. And they acquired this demon at a young age. They acquired this demon while doing something that, one, that they weren't supposed to be doing, or two, once they saw this demon and they thought that it was something that was like going to be good for them or like their friend, they befriended it, and it turned into a coping mechanism. It turned into like this demon or entity wants to take over this person's body, and this person doesn't know why. Like men don't know why they act the way they do. And I think that that is the craziest thing that I've ever heard. You guys are telling me that you can figure out science and you can tell women they're wrong about their bodies and how we should treat our bodies and why we, X, Y, and Z, but you're telling me you don't know why you have this devilish energy inside of you. You're telling me you don't know why you want to attack women. You're telling me you don't know where you get like this unsettled energy from. It's fucking weird. They know where it comes from. They were dibble dabbling, dilly dallying, dibble dribble. Okay. They were a part of something that they should not have been a part of. That means that they could have had sex with somebody at a very early age, or somebody that they know was not good for them. Some of these men are fighting incest demons, meaning that when you have sex with somebody and they are part of like your bloodline, your DNA repeats and it creates like double chromosomes. Chromosomes? Why would I say that? It creates double DNA. And that is technically a ripple in the system. Okay, Spirit, what else can you tell me about this energy not being healed? King of Pentacles. Look how devilish this looks. Like, look at his face. I don't even know if you can see it. I'm like, let me get out of there. When is it going to focus? You guys can't really see it, but like his face, let me see. It's not going to focus. It's kind of stressful, but you guys can kind of see right here, like his face it just seems like power hungry, like devilish, like, oh my goodness. And then he has like his hands like in all these different pots that are like distracting you. This person that you guys are probably going to encounter has many tricks up their sleeve because they've been going to spiritual school. And today's the 8-8 portal, and I did get 2 8s. They could be someone who, we have vanity, we have fame, we have, you could be strong. It's almost like this person made a deal when they were younger that their life can be a specific way, and they didn't know who they were praying to. And so now that they're older and they've experienced just a version of these things, they don't know how to get this energy out of their body. So they've been trying to attack divine feminine women, and the energy inside, I just have to explain it how it is because I can't explain everything. There's this, like, the energy, an entity that is connected to them and that's inside them wants to get close to the divine feminine, to learn, to use her gifts against her, to initially take her out of the kingdom and to take her out of the equation at all. Their whole goal is to take down the divine feminine, and these new, I don't know what it is, but like there's something that's being awakened that's kind of like the entity is in their body is like it's taking you too long, like I'm about to take over type shit. And with it taking over, they're looking for high priestesses, they're looking for fairies, they're looking for, divine women that have the message, that are connected to source, and wipe them out. And what I mean by wipe them out is give them a headache, give them grief, give them sadness, build them up, distract them from their path so they can't connect to source, so they can't connect to people. And this person is literally like, I don't want to say a new age warlock, because I really do think an entity inside them is really guiding them and pushing them in a direction where they don't have control over their body anymore because they don't do enough. I don't know if this is a real thing, but they don't do enough good things for themselves. All the things that they do, and not all, but some of them, most of them are low vibrational. Playing video games a lot, eating a whole bunch of meat and not fasting, or eating just as much vegetables if not more. They always drink out of water. They always drink out of plastic water bottles. You never see a man walking around with an aluminum water bottle or a glass water bottle. They stay with the plastic, like the 1 liter. Is it even 1 liter? It's like almost 1 liter. It's like what, 16 ounces or like 8 ounces, 9 ounces of water. And the small water bottles, they always carrying water bottles. They don't care about their body. So their energetic field is so low that this other entity is able to take over their body and take over their mind. And they have a closed heart chakra. So they're not going to be able to show any empathy or feel anything because that was closed a long time ago. It's like all of their brains in their body are being taken over. And that's all it takes for a spiritual infestation. Any more messages before I go into the other deck, Spirit? I'm like, was that one? The Hierophant. I don't know if you guys can see that. You have these generations. This is a person, this is a person, this is a little boy. And then this is like a pond of fulfillment. It's not really like a pond. But you're going to be able to know who this person is. Okay, I'm getting a different message now. I'm getting that the entity or spirit right? I should just call them irits. The entity or spirit that took over this person's body, they choose a little boy form because it's the most like inviting. People usually are not afraid of little boys and little girls, because they're kids and they're supposed to have kindred spirits. But what I'm getting is with this person, like you see these people down here listening to like this little boy, but usually this card is about connecting with your ancestors and being able to connect with like the most high and the divine. And I do think that what the number 5 here, and then we also had 2 8s, so 16 plus 5 is 21. And this person is starting to understand the laws of life to an extent where they're almost equally yoked with the divine feminine. But my thing is, they have to have an entity connected to them to tap into it. They can't tap into it themselves. And so them switching back of like them being in control of their body and then them being not in control of their body, it's pulling on their physical body. Like they're seeing things that they are like, oh my God, like, did I really just see that? Did I really just experience that? They're coming into contact with people that are set up in the programming that are also looking for not immature souls, but they're looking for people that are new to the game. So it's not like they just think that they're going to get these gifts and then they're going to come attack you because, that's what this entity wants that's inside of them. They just think that they're going to get the knowledge and then come to you and then just destroy your life. There are other predators out here that are looking for people that are new to the game so they can flip them around and, you know what I'm saying, use them as well. And they haven't recognized that yet. That's why Spirit told me not to put this video out. So there will be a time when you guys will see this video. It's not when I recorded it. But I do want to say that, what do we have at the bottom of the deck? I have the 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I think Divine Feminines, you guys need to watch out for someone who's going to try to mask like they are your counterpart. For me, men have been getting on my nerves lately. So I'm not saying that can't happen to me. I'm just saying it's going to be very unlikely for me to be like, oh yeah, this is my person. Because I think I know what my counterpart kind of looks like from ChatGPT's site. I'm just joking. I kind of know what they look like, and I know what their energy signature is going to be like. If you're prophetic and then you know. But sometimes it does feel really close, especially when you've been lonely for a long time. So my advice is to be happy in solitude, do your daily prayers, do your daily things that you need to do to have a good upkeep. Start being more comfortable with being alone. A lot of people want to find their person, but being alone is low-key prime. Like, I'm in my room right now, literally, like, yeah. I'm in my room, I'm recording, it's hella early in the morning. I want to give you guys a message. I need to get out of here. Spirit, what can you tell me about this entity? I want to tap into that dark energy that is surrounded by the male. That I want to tap into the energy that's connected to the divine masculine, or not divine masculine, undivine masculine. Tell me about this entity, and I don't know if it's a demon. What can you tell me about it? I thought one flipped over, but maybe not. No? Okay, Spirit. This person could be foreign. You might find someone who could who thinks that they're your counterpart and they could be foreign. Look, naked lady before the stars, half moon. When your life starts getting like you got to start questioning yourself, and you're like, and this always happens around the third quarter moon. Like, there's always a time where you feel indecisive. You feel like your life's not working out. Let's see what this card has to say. Also, there's another number 8. It's 18 though. So let's see. Okay. It says naked before the stars, moon phase, first quarter. I said third quarter. Okay. Accepting your own beauty in size, color, age, and fat. A beautiful curvy woman wears lacy lingerie. One is a black corset, and she kneels in her full sensuality under the lights of a million artificial stars. There is no perfection that is worth enough. There is no imperfection as proud as the heavens. What do you see when we look in the mirror? Do we see something we like or something we dislike? Something we care or something we are a slave of? What do we compare ourselves to? To the stars of the media firmament leaking into our real life, to social media models, to the beauty queens and kings of eternal pageant, to our inner self, to the idea we had when we were younger, to the eyes of the people loving us. I wonder what feelings the words curvy, cute, chubby, fat, rounded arouse us with. If a simple or distaste or recognition, the quest for beauty is not an empty quest. Even if beauty is not as deep as the ocean, still we shine. Still, when we shine, our world becomes brighter, but we will always feel naked in front of the stars. We should just learn to not blush and stand proudly. So, I'm getting with this card. This person values vanity. Like, I'm getting that this person, they made deals with this demon and was like, I want to look good. I want to be skinny. I want to have a muscular body. Also, I have to mention women are the women who are not divine beings, and the women who choose like to pander and be a part of the patriarchy, who also out other people, like people who don't have like a good energy signature. So that means that like if you're prostituting like for a man and not for yourself, if you are like a pick me and you share information and you talk bad about women and you talk bad about people just so you can have some type of like popularity, or feel like you have like something more gain than like others. I'm getting that this person asked for like to look good, and they have helpers with them as well. So I'm just sharing this message with you guys today. I think that take it easy, make things simple, love yourself, under the stars, like it said, but also give yourself time to recalibrate to the earth's new energy. And once you do that, you'll start understanding that the things that you're doing are not just because, you don't want to get sick, or, it's a Tuesday. Everything is in alignment. And when you start finding out that everything's not always going to be like an immediate play, it's not going to be an immediate parlay right now. Um, you're doing it for the long haul, like you're setting up for the future. But yeah, I just want to say with this energy and this entity that's connected, and like I said, it seems like the root cause is when they were little and they were young, the divine masculine, something happened to them where they weren't protected. And they chose, some of them, they weren't protected, and some of them chose to be a part of something dark. Because my thing is, they have a tainted spirit. Okay. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I appreciate everything you do, from the abundance, from the views. Um, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.